Ashley, and today I'm going to go over with you our stretch sheet. So first we're going to start with your stretch for the abdomen. So you're going to lay on your back and extend your legs and your arms, stretching out, reaching through the fingertips and reaching through the toes, big stretch. And then we're going to stretch the lower back, bring the knees in towards the chest, and give yourself a big hug, pulling the knees in, trying to keep the back flat, shoulders rolled down and back. You can even give yourself a little rock side to side here. And then we're going to come up and take a seat. And stretch out the hamstrings. So bring one foot in at a 90-degree angle, the other foot out. Lift the toes up towards the ceiling. Lift up and then reach for the toes, the knees, the shin, whatever you can grab. And lean forward and stretch. Try to keep your leg as straight as you can. You can always bend it a little bit if you need to. And then we'll switch to the other side. The other foot comes in. And the other leg straightens out. And we'll lift up and then reach forward on this side. Big deep breaths, keeping the leg as straight as you can. And leaning forward until you feel that nice big stretch through the whole back of the leg. And then we're going to come up, take a nice little twist, a side stretch. Here we call it the stretch for the hip adductors and the obliques. So you bring one knee in and then cross it over the leg, sitting up nice and tall. Place your same hand as the leg you crossed behind your body, as close to the spine as you can get. Roll the shoulder back and then turn, twist, and look over that shoulder. A couple nice big deep breaths here. Feel that stretch. And then we'll do the other side. Extending that leg out. Bend through the other leg. Cross it over. That opposite hand comes behind as close to the spine as you can get. Roll the shoulder down and back. Sit up nice and tall. And then turn, twist, and look behind that shoulder. And then we'll come into our butterfly stretch. Bring both feet together, knees out wide, heels as close to you as feels comfortable. And then we'll take a nice gentle grip on the feet, the ankles, maybe even pushing the knees down. Even if you have a grip here, you can help push the knees down with your elbows. And if this doesn't feel comfortable on your knees, you can always use a block or some sort of support on your knee. But you want to feel the stretch through the inner thigh. And then if it feels comfortable, lean forward. This is a great stretch for the lower back too. Our next stretch, a little bit deeper into that pelvic girdle. So we'll extend one leg out, bend the other foot at a 90-degree angle, and you can pick that up, supporting the knee and ankle. I like to put it in my elbow crease. So I'm supporting both by getting that foot at a nice 90-degree angle, and pull it up and in towards your chest until you feel a big stretch on the hip. And you can rock it side to side, or you can lean forward in this stretch. You can even lean back, come all the way down. Just as long as you use your abs to get all the way back up. And we'll switch to the other side. Sitting up nice and tall, bend that leg at a 90-degree angle, and then supporting your ankle and your knee. Pull it in towards the chest, maybe give it a little rock. Feeling that stretch in your hip, maybe rocking forward. Or if you did so on the other side, all the way back. Nice and gentle, pulling in towards your chest. And then releasing that leg, and we'll flip the page over. We've got hip flexors and IT band next. So we're going to come up to hands and knees. And walk one foot up to the side of the hand. Maybe walk the back foot back a little bit and lean forward till you feel that stretch in the front of the leg. Pull the chest through. You want to make sure that that knee doesn't go forward past over the toes. If it does, you can bring the knees out wider. And to get that IT band, we're going to rotate that straight leg hip down towards the mat. Coming down as far as you feel comfortable until you feel that stretch in the side of the leg. And over to the other side. Bring that foot up, the back knee back, pulling the chest through, and feeling that stretch on the front of the quad here. And then for the IT band, bring that hip down towards the side until you feel that stretch through the IT band, the side of the leg. The next one we have is the standing quadriceps. So we're going to stand up, either balance or use something for balance. Bend through the knee, bring the knees together, tuck your tailbone underneath until you feel that nice big stretch through the quadricep. And over to the other side. Bending through that knee, bring the knees together, tuck the tailbone underneath until you feel that big stretch through the whole front of the leg. And big deep breaths. We'll stretch the calves next. So bring one foot behind, the other foot in front. Try to keep the heels on the ground. You can push against something, a wall, and press back, press the back heel back until you feel that nice big stretch through the whole back of the calf. If you need more, bend through that front knee more while keeping the back heel down. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Again, bracing on a wall. Pressing the back heel back. One side may be tighter than the other for any of these, but just keep breathing. Go to where you feel the best stretch. And if you need more on this one, bending through that front leg, letting the torso lean forward. And then we've got the arm stretches, the shoulder stretches. So for the pecs, the front of the deltoids and the biceps, from a standing position, you'd squeeze through the core, shoulders down and back, and open, thumbs going back towards the back wall, hands at shoulder height. Squeeze the shoulder blades, press the chest open, breathing here, and then rotating the thumbs down and back to get really the front of those deltoids and the biceps. Squeezing back. And then the back of the shoulder, crossing the arm. Use the other hand to pull the elbow across the body. You should feel this in the back of the shoulder. And you can lean, get a little bit of a neck stretch here too. And back to center, switching the arm, pulling it in, and getting a little neck stretch here as well. And triceps. So we're going to extend your arm up, thumb pointing back towards the ceiling, shoulder down and back, bend through the elbow. You can use the other hand to help that hand reach back. A couple big deep breaths here. One side and then the other side. Pulling the shoulder down and back. Then we have the shoulder girdle. So you'll bend one arm up behind you, reaching between the shoulder blades, and the other hand is going to go palm facing out. And you can work the hand up the shoulders. If your hands can't touch, you can always use a towel or a strap, or sit here, rotating that top shoulder up and the bottom shoulder back and down. And then switching to the other side. So this one becomes the top, reaching down, and this one becomes the bottom, reaching up and around. Pulling the shoulder down and back. As you reach up, one side might be more flexible than the other. And the last one we have is an upper back stretch. So you want to find something that's pretty solid to grab onto. And when you grab onto it, you'll sink your weight back in your heels, sink the butt back, and round through the upper back until you feel that stretch in the upper spine. Breathing here. You can always walk the feet back, sink a little deeper, stretch a little farther. Let the head drop down. And then come out. And there's your stretching.